Hello, my name is Melissa and I'm from Mcdowells Specialty Repair, and today we're going to show you how to replace the vinyl on a dirty and damaged old seat. So first you're going to remove the actual padding of the seat from the chair structure, from the body of the chair. Make sure you hold onto the screws because you'll need them later. Throughout this video, some of the processes can take some time, so you will see me going ahead and zooming. So when a video suddenly becomes really quick, you'll know why. So she took the pad from the chair, and now she's just taking a razor cutting and slicing the edges of the old vinyl so she can take it off before she begins removing all the staples. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom ahead now. All right, and now that she's finished with that, she's going to take some needle nose pliers and grab the edge of the vinyl and begin rolling and pulling the staples and the last of the vinyl off at the same time. And she'll do this on all four sides. And this is where the real fun begins and the monotony of doing a project like this. This is when you start to remove the staples. This is definitely by far the most time-consuming part of a project like this. Overall, this kind of project is pretty simple. It's just time-consuming, and that's why most people don't do it on their own. So go ahead and bring your chairs into us and we'll take care of it for you. But if you're interested in trying, now you know how. And I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up. All right, once the staples are removed, you do an inspection to make sure that there's nothing sharp poking out or sticking out. Sometimes staples can break off. And this is the fun part where you get to steam the foam and you're just watching it come back to life. It's definitely my favorite part of this process. If you want, I can start whispering and you can get your ASMR while you watch this foam expand. But we'll just speed it up instead. So unfortunately, I forgot to get video of her cutting the new vinyl, but make sure that you have an oversized piece of vinyl cut in the shape that you need. And then once your foam has been steamed, you'll take it and the backing and center it onto your foam. And this is the more challenging part. You need it to be really centered, but you're going to have to stretch the vinyl over the foam so it makes a nice smooth edge. And you'll just put some initial staples in to make sure it's pulled really tight. And it's okay at this point if it's not perfect because you will be removing these staples later. So she's just going to continue around all four sides, smoothing it out, stretching out that vinyl, and putting in some initial staples just to help hold it in place. So she's just making sure that it's really smooth and there's no wrinkles. If you can get it smooth and perfect at this point, that's awesome. It'll just save you time later, but you probably will, once you start doing the corners, need to remove some of these staples just so you can really smooth it out. When you do the corners, you're just gonna pull it tight, fold with your thumbs, and then bunch it. Get a couple staples in there to hold it in place. And you'll just repeat this process on all 4 sides, making your way around until you can start coming back around to smooth it out, like I've already said. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up. All right, here's an example where she kind of came into some folds as she completed the smoothing process. So she's just going to remove these staples so she can pull it tighter, get it nice and smoother so the other side doesn't end up having any wrinkles when she flips it over. You'll have to let me know if it's more entertaining to watch the staples being removed or new staples being put in. Also, if you're looking for a job that gives you great arm muscles, this is the job for you. And we are hiring. Once you get this part finished, you're going to take the seat back over to the steamer and just steam over the vinyl a little bit, and this will actually help the foam raise up and fill the vinyl a little bit more, which is nice because then if there are any little air pockets, it will kind of fill that for you. It's not foolproof, so don't rely on it, but it does help and it makes it a lot tighter and it makes it look much nicer. Now you're going to go back to your handy straight razor and you're going to start trimming the excess vinyl away from the seat. And you want to get it pretty close to the staples, but not so close that if it stretches that they'll just rip right out. After you cut the excess vinyl off, the corners tend to have excess pieces kind of sticking out, and you'll want to staple those down. You need to cut a dust cover for the bottom of the chair out at some point too, and you'll need this to be just big enough to fold nicely and to cover all of the staples. You want it almost to the very edge of the chair. And you won't do quite as many staples. You'll just have them nicely around to cover up the mess below. And then you'll go back around and put the final 4 staples in the corners. And ta-da, Mcdowells, but we're not quite done yet. You still need to put the seat back on the chair. So you'll grab the screws that you removed earlier and drill your seat that you just worked on back into the chair. You can use the original pilot holes and it will make your life much easier. And yay, you're done. Good as new and ready for sitting. Here are a couple before and afters. Thanks for watching.